Hi, Germ.
Hi, Spore.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
This is the fourth time we started the podcast.
It's true. It's true. Oh, God damn
you
it.
guys
Wait,
don't
my mic
know the...
It's peaking
what
so
happened?
bad. Like, why is it doing this?
Do you have a gain knob? Turn it down. Turn it down for the
did.
audience.
It's all the way down. Like, it doesn't go any lower.
It sounds great. You sound amazing. Like an angel, like the archangel.
Well, you guys just got a peaky laugh. But yeah, like Spore was saying, Christmas was yesterday. And we have started this 3 times now.
Like Spore was saying in the last 3 recordings.
Yes.
Christmas was yesterday.
It was.
Christmas was yesterday, but when this goes up on Monday, so it's Saturday currently. The Saturday before this goes up on Monday. And so, Merry Christmas to all of you at home.
Or, you know, if you don't celebrate Christmas, hopefully you just had a good holiday.
If you don't celebrate Christmas, I'm wishing you one anyway, so get over it. Turn to dust. All right. Look at the wallpaper. It's moving. I've been staring at this wall in this room for the last hour and a half. Not even joking.
Let me get a shot for the audience.
The little shot for the audience. Look at the little... First of all, can we just point attention? I'm a goddamn reindeer. Do you see me?
Hold on, wait. Let me get the wall. And then let me transition into the you.
Wait. I've got a reaction for this. Wait for the reaction. Wait for the... Hi.
Hi. That was it.
That was all right. Yeah, there it is.
Look over here. I'm Santi.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. I have a glass of champagne because it's the holidays and Santa Claus is exhausted. He doesn't get any P word.
Santa Claus hasn't gotten any of that good pussy.
Okay, wait.
Wait, you might have to blur out.
I do have to blur it out.
You do have to blur it out. God damn it, Mrs. Claus. Do your job. All right? The man works hard.
What does she do all year? Read mail?
Dust out her... Never mind.
Oh, wait. I get alerts from people when they come online. That's weird. Shout out to you. You get to be in the podcast if you do that.
Unfortunate.
No, it's there. So it is what it is. I'm not changing it.
But I was asking... I asked you how your Christmas was, and you said it was quiet.
It was quiet. Okay, this is like okay, not joking. My audacity just keeps shitting itself. But yeah, I've told Sports a very quiet Christmas.
A very quiet Christmas, and I said mine it was as well, and I think a lot of people's was. A lot of people's were. A lot of people's had been.
Yeah.
Had been quiet.
For no specific reason of anything that's happened this year, of course.
Right. We're not going to date when this was recorded.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
It's timeless. This is a timeless recording, guys.
Exactly.
I did all the things. I baked cookies on Sunday. And then I drove around and looked at Christmas lights on Christmas Eve. And I went to Christmas Mass, but via the TV for no specific reasons. No specific reasons,
yeah.
No specific reasons.
Nothing going on outside.
Nothing going on out there. Just trying to save some money on gas.
Exactly.
What'd you do all 2020? Saved money on gas. That's what I was doing. I'll tell you what.
And electricity, because you were probably spiraling.
And I don't know. Wouldn't electricity go up because you're... Never mind. For no specific reason.
Specific reason.
I made shrimp scampi on Christmas Eve. It's the first time I'd ever made shrimp scampi in my life and had it work out.
Wait, what is shrimp scampi?
Shrimp scampi is like a shrimp.
Like butter and shrimp?
But the clothing is very revealing.
Ah, so she's like
a little shrimp skimpy, you know, little shrimps. Yeah. No, a shrimp scampi. I don't know why they call it scampi, but it's garlic, butter, white wine sauce. I'll give the recipe to everyone listening. There was a whole stick of butter in what I made on Sunday.
Nice.
Thursday. What day is it? I made it on Thursday. And there's a whole stick of butter. I finished it today.
Today's Saturday.
Let me just say, my shrimp scampi was so good, it deserves a place in this podcast. It was fucking amazing. And I planned it out weeks in advance. I said I am making shrimp scampi on Christmas Eve, special Christmas Eve meal. And I tell you what, I've learned something about shrimp scampi, and that is, you ready for this, Germ?
Ready.
The white wine is very important because without the white wine, it's just shrimp and a garlic butter sauce. You can get that at Red Lobster.
So you're
but with the white wine,
the white wine is what makes it scampi.
That's what makes it scampi. Yeah. And I reckon you could put any seafood in there. Mussels would have worked really well too. But I put a pound of shrimp and a half pound of chopped scallops. And it turned out pretty fucking amazing.
Well, I mean, just the popular dish, scallops scampi.
Is that a popular thing or are you making that up?
No, it's not real. Wait, you said mussels.
I was thinking to myself, like, I could really help him gaslight the audience here, but I don't think anybody believes him.
Mussel scampi.
Little skimpy muscles. That's just when you don't go to the gym a lot,
Yeah, you're a twink.
Yeah. Oh, well, you said it, not me.
I'm allowed to say it. Everyone can say it, actually.
So making a shrimp scampi on Christmas Eve has been a family tradition for my family. What did your family cook? Anything traditional for Christmas?
We don't really have like traditional foods we make because since we actually get to be together, like me and my brothers and sisters, we'll find recipes that we want to make and we'll just cook that. Like,
well, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, we try something new every year. This year, I mean, I didn't really cook because I usually cook for Thanksgiving, so I don't cook for Christmas.
Yeah, you did, guys. Just in case you didn't know, Germ did so much work this past Thanksgiving.
But it's like you get used to it, and it's nice because everyone has like the holidays that they cook for, and my sister really takes over on Christmas. But she made it is because it's like you spread the work around, which is really nice. But she made steak, lobster tail, and salmon, and then we had like stuffing on the side. It was nice. It was really good. It was all really good. I was surprised.
So your family didn't make tamales this year?
Oh yeah, my mom made those. That goes without saying, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
were those good?
Yeah, we cooked a turkey and then she tore that bitch apart and then just made tamales out of it.
Oh, she made turkey tamales?
Yeah, so she makes turkey ones and then some out of pork. And the pork ones are the red ones usually. And
which are your favorite, personally?
I only like the red. I do not eat the green ones because they're too spicy for me. I don't like spicy food.
Well, is it like fresh jalapenos and stuff?
It's like tomatillo, serrano. It's a lot of weird shit. I don't cook that. I don't know how to cook traditional Mexican food for the most part.
Does your mom ever make chili in the house and it's like the whole house just gets like fucking pepper bombed?
She basically like smokes us out.
She's like, I told you to go outside and get some fresh air. Now you have no choice.
It's true. That's what happened.
Get outside and have some fresh air or I'm making chili from scratch today.
Like, I don't know. It's weird that you mentioned that because does that happen with you guys a lot? Like chili in the house?
Well, my mom just made hearty foods on a regular basis for us growing up. It was not like chili was something like traditional, but it's just something my mom threw together. But no, she never did it like I imagine your mom does it, where it's from scratch.
Yeah.
Because your mom's like traditional Mexican, and my mom's like Long Island, New York Italian. So it's like they're not going to be making it the same way. But
yeah, I suppose that's true.
Yeah. No, but my mom made chili a lot growing up. She made chili a lot. She made my favorite thing my mom made growing up was shepherd's pie from scratch. And it was amazing. Yeah, with like the beef and the mashed potatoes, and she'd bake it, and oh my god. There was a time where she made the shepherd's pie just for me because she knew how much I loved it. She made it just for me. Not even my siblings. She's like, I made this specifically for you. And I was like, oh my god.
You made out.
She loves me. I have a good relationship with my mother. Yes.
It's true. That's all it takes. Food.
Yeah, food. Food is super. I associate Christmas with food more than anything else, more than gifts, more than seeing. I mean, the family comes with it, of course, but like the food is like emotion. Food is love. Like that is truly like the gift, I feel. Like when my mom's cousin comes into town and she brings pies that she made from scratch and brownies from scratch and all sorts of stuff, and like that's how she shows her love for us, by bringing all that food and we get to enjoy it. And I associate those wonderful things, those treats with that person and who they are, right? So That's why I started baking cookies during Christmas, and this is the 3rd year now, is that I want people to associate Christmas with really good cookies when they think of me, you know, and I want them to know that like that I put time and effort into it. Like anybody can go online and click a buy button. Anybody can go to a shopping mall and like go to a store and be like, they're a size medium, something. I want this. Can I have that in green? Thanks. You know,
Not
but
if
like
you don't have hands and you can't speak. They can't do that.
That's true.
Yeah.
If you're a Helen Keller, Christmas is difficult.
It's difficult.
But who's expecting a gift from Helen Keller? You know, because really, let's be honest, Helen is the gift. Do you think about that?
No, I'm gonna cut that. That's getting cut.
All of it?
All of it. It's over.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Not happening. We're not praising Helen Keller. Not here.
I think you're leaving it in. I think you're leaving it in. No, but think about that though. Like when you make something from scratch and you spend hours working on it, like could you imagine though what would really break my fucking heart is if they took a bite of the cookie and they went, I don't like it. I'd be like, no! I'd fucking melt.
I feel like you have to be ready for that criticism from family, especially. They're like, oh, this is terrible. Has that never happened?
If it's bad, I don't usually put it in the box and give it to people.
But like,
I just save it for myself. Last year I did have one messed up cookie, and I wanted to make a cookie that tasted like panettone. And I don't know if we talked about panettone on the podcast before, but there is this Italian Christmas bread called panettone, and if you're a loser, you pronounce it panettone.
I mean, I know. What's her name?
Gia De Laurentiis.
Coco Peru says panettone.
Panettone. Microwave. Yeah, get out of here.
Microwave.
Listen, it's pronounced panettone. And my family, panettone's a big deal in my family. I just, I never realized it wasn't a big deal in other Italian families until I started talking about it. And people were like, what's panettone? I don't know what that is. I've never had that. And I'm like, and you're Italian? They're like, yeah. I'm like, you've never had panettone? I'm like, no. I'm like, what? So
revoked right realized, there. No fucking passport.
That's right. And so I realized that my family had something that I guess is fairly uncommon, but maybe just down here in Florida, because I think on Long Island, panettone might just be a bigger deal. Maybe it's more localized kind of thing. But you can get panettone if you go to the supermarket. They have them in like little like pyramids of panettone.
Yeah, it's funny that
where they like
say
stack
that,
it.
I'm telling you, Coco is like the only point of reference I have for panettone, and she's from the Bronx, I think. Her parents are.
There you go. It's got to be like a New York Italian immigrant thing, yeah,
definitely.
Where they brought it over here. So, but panettone is really big. My grandfather usually gets he'll buy a damn pallet. Like I swear, this man walks into the Sam's Club and he's like, give me your best pallet of panettone. That's like, I get home for the holidays and there has got to be at least 16 of those fuckers sitting in the corner of the living room. I mean, it's literally like a pallet.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna give them out to everyone, and even gives one to me, which was the first year I got my own panettone was kind of special because like I've always had to share in the family panettone. The first year I got my own, I was like, oh my God, I'm an adult. I just got my own panettone.
It's just a big cake, right? Like you get a big. I've seen them.
It's like a fruit bread with. It's a
fruit cake. To say
it's
fruit
not.
Cake.
Yeah, it's like a fruit cake, but fruit cake is really dense, and this is lighter and fluffier. And also, fluffier. I have a fruit cake in a box in my kitchen from last year, and it is still good. Nice. It won't go bad. It really doesn't go bad.
A mutation. It's not really like fruitcake adapts to its environment, so.
Yeah, it's also if you leave it out long enough, it'll camouflage into its surroundings like a chameleon.
Yeah.
And you'll forget that you even have it. And then one day you'll be cleaning up the kitchen, you'll be like, oh shit, I still have this panettone.
Well,
but the thing about panettone is that it's
biscotti, isn't it? That's what the consistency I see. It's just not as hard.
That's biscotti to you, okay?
I say biscotti.
Yeah, it is biscotti. Why do people go out of their way to pronounce things? Nobody cares. Like when you have like a really like a really really white girl, and then she all of a sudden she says like one Spanish word, but it's like fucking on point. It's like nobody asked you to do that. Get the fuck out of here.
She's trying to be respectful of the culture, as is her right.
I guess. Cultural appropriation.
That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna call her out.
So to get back to what I was talking about with the panettone. Panettone in my family is very special. So I thought, okay, what if I could take the flavors of panettone, the dried fruits in panettone and all of that, and put it in a cookie? It didn't work.
Yeah.
And I wound up making like a lemon cookie with some preserved, it had like citron and some other stuff in it. And it was good in its own right. It was good. It had rum raisins in it as well. And so I put it in the box and I just let everybody know. I said that was supposed to be a panettone cookie, but it's kind of its own thing. And it was good. People liked it anyway. But it didn't taste like panettone. So.
Wait, so you ship these things out?
Ship what, the panettones?
Like the cookies and stuff? Is that what you're saying?
No, well, I mean, on a normal year, not for any specific reason that this year is different.
Of course.
No, for no specific reason. But for a normal year, I would put them all in I would get a big cookie box. And actually what I was going to do is I was going to retrieve the cookie box around Easter last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't go down there for no specific reason. And I would have brought the box back up here and reused it next year. Just like, they empty it, I fill it. You know what I mean? And you just keep bringing it back every year with filled. And when I say filled, I mean literally filled. And when we're talking cookie box, we're talking like 1.5 foot in diameter cookie box. And we're talking a big bitch, a big Bertha of cookie boxes. Yeah, filled and like 4 inches deep, and like filled all the way to the fucking top with cookies. So we're talking.
Wouldn't it like rot? Wouldn't the cookies just rot after a certain time?
Well, but you bring them down. Like I would cook like early in the week, and then later in the week would be Christmas. So I would cook it same week. I would bake everything same week as Christmas.
I see.
I always bake the weekend before Christmas, and then that way everything's ready. Last year I gave out cookies to all my coworkers. That was interesting, kind of sharing with my coworkers. I mean, everybody seemed to like it, but I was really disappointed when I noticed that a lot of my coworkers just left the bags of cookies sitting on their desks, and they were there, and they just stayed there. So I won't be doing that again, unfortunately.
I feel like office workers especially are super health conscious. I mean, look at you. Because I don't know.
Christmas. I put on 10 pounds since Thanksgiving.
I guess, but that's not really saying much.
Well, I went out of my way to lose all the weight so that I could eat like a dumbass for the next 2 months, right? So
yeah.
Like I went out of my way to make it so that I could enjoy food. Like I'm not gonna not enjoy the holidays. Like why would you want to do that? That's another thing. Like I've got plenty of family members where you bring the cookies down and then they're like, oh, let me have one. And then they break like a fucking corner off a cookie. Oh my God, it's so good. I'm like, you want to have the rest? Or are you just gonna leave that there for the next person to not grab? Do you have any family members like that?
I'm sorry. What the fuck?
What?
I have a rock collection and I just broke a chunk off of my like clear crystal rock. I am so upset right now.
Okay, wait, here, look at it this way. Now you have 2.
Oh, you're right. Okay, well, let me chew on this. Okay, well, I mean, here's the thing.
Everybody could hear that clink clink sound.
Wow. Okay, here's the thing.
This podcast is scuffed.
I guess the difference between like me and you is that our eating habits are very different, because I don't know, we didn't really grow up like, oh, it's a special time of year to eat. Like you just eat, you know? And
oh no, my family is the same way. I mean, my mom never imposed upon, and like we can get into this. We can open these horrific wounds in the future. Mm-hmm. There's so much fucking childhood scarring that has nothing to do with my mother. But there's plenty of it there that we can get into as to why food was an interesting topic. And definitely a point of pain in my family.
Yeah.
To where when we were with my mother, food was not an issue. Not in the fact of not having it, but just that the amount you consumed didn't matter to my mother.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is healthy when you're a kid. Like obviously there's
which
limits.
Is totally healthy when you're a kid, and totally unhealthy for someone. It's very unhealthy for someone to be critical of how much you eat as a child.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I'm hinting at for all the listeners at home.
To an extent.
And we can get into that maybe in the future, but like
also the way you approach that. I guess.
Yeah.
Like, because you asked if there's anybody that'll come over and be like, oh, I don't want to eat. Not really. Like, we don't really have people like that.
Good. Yeah, surround yourself with real people.
I mean, yeah, like when you go over to someone's home, like expect that you should eat. It's polite. Like, it's polite to eat. Like, my mom literally taught us, if you're going to a party, why would you eat before? Because you're going to eat. Like a party is literally just going to eat and getting to see everyone.
100%.
Yeah.
But I have family members who are very health conscious, like my cousins and stuff. And I'll bake these cookies from scratch. You know, I have one cousin. He's my. Don't let him know. They won't listen to this podcast, so it's okay. But he's my favorite because he's real and he don't give a shit. And if I say try this cookie, he'll be like, hell yeah, dog. Let me try that cookie you made. And he'll fucking jam it down his hatch and be like, bro, this cookie's fucking lit. I'll be like, hell yeah. Right. Real. I like people like that.
Yeah.
And I've got other cousins where they're like, oh, I guess I'll try a little bit. I could try a little bit. Oh, let me try a little bit. Let me take a little bit. Okay.
Just eat the damn cookie.
Bro, eat the fucking cookie.
Yeah, unless you're diabetic.
Dude, you go to the gym 4 times a week. Eat the fucking cookie. No, it's funny. It's hard to give gifts like cookies and that where you want to put your love into something when people don't want to eat junk food. So it's also, I think, important if anyone listening is like, oh, this is a really good idea, I should try creating something that is my own. Like I found a cookie recipe that gave me the texture of cookie I was looking for, and then I started changing the flavors using different flavorings, and then I decorate them a very specific way, and they turn out amazing. And one year I'll have to figure out how to get you some so you can try them, because I'm sure you would love them. But they're really good. They're really like smooth and powdery, and they're like really special. I only make them the one time of year. I don't really bake the rest of the year because, well, there's no reason to bake on a regular basis. It's not healthy to eat that kind of food all the time. So I only bake during specific times of the year. But if you're thinking, I want to come up with my own thing, this is a good idea, I should give something that I make like food as a gift, be conscious that the people you give the food to might not always be as appreciative as you think they're going to be, because just because you bake something doesn't mean they're going to eat it. They might take it home and never touch it because they're trying to watch their figure or something. And so
I think
certain people, I
think that also comes to the fact that if you're giving something to someone, like, do it without any expectation of, like, it should be about the gift of giving.
It should be about the gift. Yeah. But when you put a lot of time and effort into baking something and the person's not going to eat it, then, and in my opinion, I think the mistake is like, you got to know who you're giving a gift to. Like, I'm not gonna give the gift to people who aren't going to eat it. Yeah,
and that's valid.
You know what I mean?
Why would you?
The waste of food. We don't like wasting. We don't waste.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't give people like, I guess I would never give food. Like, if I make cookies, I'll leave them out. If you want to eat them, go for it. If not, I mean, you're basically losing because you don't.
That's why I do the cookie box. So I bring it down and I give it to my mother and my grandparents collectively for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And that way they can put it out for everyone to be able to have some.
Right. Yeah.
But I know that at the end of the day, whatever's left over, my grandmother and grandfather are going to pick at like vultures over the next month.
Yeah.
So I found out last year that my grandmother went to town on those cookies.
Nice.
And she's very weird where like she won't eat because she's so worried about her figure at 80 something years old. It's like, Grandma, eat the damn food. So it's so weird. But apparently she was going to town on my cookies. I was like, yes, I got her to eat. Hell yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's eating. That's the good thing.
That's a great thing. So
hopefully it's not like dementia just kicking in and she forgets that she
dude,
ate.
you say that though, but she's actually great job, Gurm. Really out of taste joke. She's like having serious dementia problems right now, Gurm. I hope you feel real happy about yourself, bud.
Unlucky.
I was just about to talk about her dementia, and you just made that fucking joke. You stupid bitch.
Anyway, my grandmothers are dead. Oh wait, no, one of them's still alive. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Granny. She's out there. She's still kicking.
Well, she's dead to you now. So.
No, she's alive. She's living. She's breathing.
Jesus Christ. Was born yesterday on Christmas, but not really because we talked about this last time.
Wait, your grandma?
No, I said Jesus Christ, and then I turned it into a subject change.
Oh, yeah, liturgic calendar. We talked about that.
Liturgic Apical calendar.
If you don't remember that, look it up.
You should go back and re-listen to that podcast because it's awesome.
Spore explained it, and I don't remember what a liturgical.
I don't remember what I said either. I had to re-listen to. I always listen to the podcast after they go live because it's nice.
Me too. But
they're very cozy.
We say so much, and I was thinking about this last time. Like, we say so much, but sometimes we don't like go into depth about a topic. We just kind of like skim over it pretty quickly. So it's hard for me. Like, it's hard for me anyway to grasp information like that because I need a lot of in-depth like analysis. Like, you know what I watch on YouTube. Like,
did you see that we had some reviews on the Apple Store?
Did we?
Yeah.
I did not see.
And I'm gonna call out Nerdy specifically because I know it was Nerdy, who commented that they gave it 5 stars and said it's just like listening to 2 friends talk.
That's
I was like, oh my god, my heart. I was like, that's such a kind and honest review.
Yeah, I mean, that's the idea basically.
And also a great opportunity to encourage those who are listening to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts because we want to keep doing this and this is fun and you should go do that. Also,
comment on YouTube because
please comment. It helps the algorithm so much. Like, just leaving a little comment, like on my favorite YouTubers who I know have like struggling channels, I always comment. Always. Even if I have really nothing to comment, I always leave a comment because I know that leaving a comment is going to boost their ranking on YouTube. It's just facts. Comments. That's why YouTubers are always like, guys, give your prediction now in the comments below. Let me know. They don't give a shit what your prediction of what's going to happen in the next 15 seconds in the video is. And they're not going to read your comments either.
Well,
they just want your algorithmic push,
yeah,
you know?
Some people might not, but I know there's people out there who depend on it, so they will go out of their way to read them. Like, I guarantee you.
Yeah, I like the people, like the more hearts a channel gives me, the more encouraged I am to come back and comment again. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's some channels where I've got like 30 plus hearts on the channel just because every time they post a video, like if I binge watch videos, I'll comment that. So I'm sure they see in their notification, they'll see like 15 comments come in for me because I'll do it all at once. But how did we get on this subject? Oh, we were talking about reviews.
Reviews.
We should talk about how we originally had planned these podcasts. Originally, we had like a Trello board and like a plan to like actually have topics and talk about specific things. And it kind of didn't happen that way.
I mean,
now it's more like
we'll probably come back to that.
We'll probably come back to that. But for the first couple podcasts, it's been just like
really relaxed,
train of thought.
Back. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like it a lot.
But 2021's like tomorrow, so we could just change it up. And I mean, I don't think it's an issue because I don't know. Me and Spore are pretty like we can talk about anything for hours, so it's not a big deal.
It's true. Just the other night, I went on a rant about office apparel. Do you remember that rant?
Remind me.
I went on a rant saying that like there's this fact that if you dress for the position you want to have, you won't achieve that position.
Yeah.
Because they'll actually see. Yeah. I actually told the guy at my job this, and he didn't believe me. And I said, "Why do you always dress that way? Do you just dress that way because you feel like dressing up because you like looking slick, or is it because you're trying to impress people?" He's like, "Oh, a little bit of both." I was like, "Well, make sure it's not a little bit of both." I said, "Because if you ever dress for the job you want to have, you'll never get that job." And he said, "That's not true." And then like a day, like literally the same day, our manager leans out from across the aisle and says, "Why you always dress so nice?" He says, if you dress like that, you're never gonna get promoted. And I leaned out of my cubicle and I said, "Told you." It's just don't go out of your way. If you can dress casual, if you could dress more casual than the executives below you, this goes for like a corporate style job. If you dress more casual than the executives above you, you will one day have their job. And that's a fact. There is statistical data to back that up. That there's a psychological kind of
it's human behavior.
It's a perception. It's perception.
Yeah, to want to be better than the people that you're working with. And if somebody who's like beneath you is actively trying to like be on your level, that's a problem.
Oh, you're gonna push them down. But also it's a confidence thing. The fact that I don't need to wear a suit and a tie to know that if I'm in the same meeting as you, I hold just as much presence as you do.
Yeah.
And that's like a power play thing in corporate. It's kind of weird. It's why I like not having to dress up for my job. But then again, they still make us dress up. They put out like this dress code thing, and everyone was pissed. This is like over a year ago now. Not that it matters anymore, but for no specific reason, Germ.
Yeah,
no specific reason.
Yeah.
For no specific reason, dress code is completely irrelevant to all work everywhere, but for no specific reason.
Right.
But the thing is, everyone got really pissed off because they said you couldn't wear sneakers. And there's a bunch of sneakerheads in my office, like people who spend thousands of dollars a year on like Jordans and stuff.
They have fetishes, you guys.
I don't understand it. I buy my shoes on sale. I think the most expensive pair of shoes I have, I do have a pair of Jordans that I got. I got Art Nouveau's in silver. I got Art Nouveau high tops. They're beautiful. And they've got like patterns in the leather. And I thought they were I looked at it as an artist and I said, that's art. I want that. So I bought those. But even they were discounted. Look, I'll send you a picture later. Art Nouveau. Like a Nouveau is a style of art. This is a rabbit hole. We're not going down it. Anyway, I think the most expensive pair of shoes I have is those. And I bought them for like 120 and they were like $30 off. And they just sit in a box collecting dust because I don't wear Jordans. Wow, and the rest of my shoes I get for like $60 when they're on sale. Like I'm not into like.
I would say a month ago, I had a pair of DCs. They're like these blue tartan DCs, blue and black, and I've had them since my sophomore year of community college, which was 7 or 8 years ago.
Well,
I just replaced. So here's the thing. It's not that I don't have other shoes, but those were like my comfort shoes, right? Like,
hell yeah, gotta have comfort shoes.
But I have a pair of Vans, another pair of like Calvin Klein black dress shoes. They're like sneaker dress shoes. They're not like dress shoes. And I just started wearing the Vans like as my everyday shoes because like my other ones, they wore out. I had a hole under them finally, like after years.
Yep, same. The sole completely came off of one of my shoes. I was literally I wore them to the gym, and as I'm running on the treadmill, I was like, why is my foot flapping? And I looked down. I was like, the sole's completely detaching. Yeah. It's 3/4 of the way completely off the shoe at this point. Wow. It's like all of it, the whole sole. Wow, that's amazing. Right? The thing with shoes though, is that if you buy one pair, if you're trying to be thrifty with shoes, it is better to have a lot of pairs and to wear them all in equal amount so that you cycle them all out and you put the wear and tear on all of them equally than to put them on one pair at a time. Because if you do that, you get more variety of shoes for a long period of time versus everyone knows that you only own one pair of shoes because every time they see you, you're wearing the same pair, you know?
Yeah, but like, I don't care. Like, I don't care.
No, yeah, but I mean, like, if you want to have a little style, you know, like, for example,
I don't. I'm fat.
I get what you say about comfort shoes because I bought these Adidas slip-ons that are like, they're like, you know, like, yeah, I love them. They're very good. And I like them so much, I ordered another pair online. Nice. And I put them in the closet for inevitably 5 years from now when they finally stop. So that I can put the same shoes on brand new for the fucking closet.
And see, I swear to God, I wanted to do the same thing with the shoes that I just got rid of. But when I go online to look for them, like DCs don't look the way they used to. Like the kind of DCs I had were the big skateboarding shoes. And now they make like the Vans, the skinny foot, like long shoe.
Yeah, because the style's changed. Yeah. You should fucking write a letter to fucking Ken Block and tell him how angry you are.
No.
Write a Karen style letter to Ken Block.
It's because like I get it. Like that big block.
Like, why don't you step out of your fucking car for 30 seconds and run your company better, you stupid fuck. He's like, what? I don't understand.
The kind of shoe I'm talking about, right? Like the big clunky.
100% the big chunker boys that skater boys used to wear, the big thick soles, and they used to go, it's like a mid, it's like a little, They had the big plushy tongues too, right?
Yes, exactly.
100%. Those are like the shoes. Do you remember that show on Nickelodeon about the kids at the skate park in Hawaii?
Rocket Power.
Was it Rocket Power? That's like the shoes every kid had. All the characters had in Rocket Power.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny.
But
that's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing, right? Getting clothes for Christmas now. Is that something
I love clothes.
Look forward to?
I
now?
love clothes.
Yeah.
I love it. So my aunt, I'll tell you, true story. I got one Christmas present in the mail from my aunt and uncle, and I wear quarter zips. I only wear it for like half the year when I was going to work in person, which I'm not at the moment, but for no specific reason.
No specific reason.
No specific reason.
And Sport didn't get, the gift in the mail for any specific reason either. It just so happened.
No, it just so happened I was taking it easy this Christmas, but for no specific reason.
Right.
But I went for 6 months out of the year, I wear polos, Ralph Lauren polo, because it's good, but I get them on sale for like half off, so they're like $35 a shirt. And
Ross.
polos will last a fucking lifetime. Like literally. Like a nuclear, like it could be like the end of the nuclear apocalypse could happen, and there's gonna be like three things: cockroaches, Twinkies, and Ralph Lauren polos. They're gonna survive. I swear to God, they're gonna survive. Like all other fabrics will melt away. Ralph Lauren polos, you could have a polo. They're like, oh my God, is that new? And it's like, no, I bought this in '87.
Yeah,
yes.
I bet they had that during the bombings of Japan. Can I say that?
Oh, I don't. Anyway, so. So I wear those for 6 months out of the year because in Florida, you go outside and you could literally die. It's so fucking hot. So you can't wear, like, even if the office is a little chilly, like you can't go out in the, like, you're going to walk outside and die. You will die. It's 99 degrees. You will die. So for the other 6 months, though, I wear quarter zips and I wear like a colored t-shirt underneath. And that's my favorite time of year because I am fucking chilled. Like I'm so comfortable in quarter zips. And so my aunt and uncle, I know my aunt, she did the shopping, let's be honest. She found me a quarter zip that I wore it on Christmas. And I was so comfortable. It's like for me, like that was such a well thought out gift. They bought a quarter zip that I would have worn, that it looked nice and it fit perfectly and it was soft. And I was so happy to have a quarter zip pullover sweater that I know for sure I am the most basic white girl I could possibly be. I mean, oh my God, this looks beautiful on me. It's like, I don't know. It's weird as an adult what you look forward to.
What looks good. Yeah, you know what looks good on you, and that's nice because
that somebody else knew that they knew so well, and I'm guessing my mom probably helped kind of curb her in the right direction.
Yeah.
My mom gets me lots of quarter zips every year. I have so many quarter zips. I could wear a different quarter zip for like every day of the week for like 2.5 weeks without wearing the same quarter zip, which is kind of cool because it's like usually you have a lot of t-shirts but not a lot of jackets. But in this case, I have as many quarter zips as I do polos, which is everybody's learning about how lame and vanilla I am. So anyway, you're just looking away from me. Like I can't even make eye contact with you. You're so boring. You're so boring. Spore in his collection of quarter zips and polos.
I need the camera.
I like looking nice at work. Again, like don't overdo it though. Like don't wear a suit and tie to work. It's not necessary. But like I like looking like I gave a shit when I woke up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nobody wants you to come to work wearing the same plaid button up you wore yesterday. Don't fucking do that.
Yeah, but you're
but
like
then
in
some
a
people
professional,
do.
Like actual. Not that like, I guess. I think it just depends on the job you go to. Like,
I think any job where you can pick what you're gonna wear and it's not construction or food services where you're gonna fucking destroy whatever outfit you're wearing.
Yeah.
Like if you're as long as it's like you could be in retail, you could be in whatever, but if you get to choose what you get to wear, then care.
Yeah, you should
know what I mean?
dress a bit nicer. Yeah, I agree with that.
You should dress a bit nicer. Don't go over the top. Like putting on the suit and tie, unless your job calls for it in retail. Are you gonna sell more? You know what though? If you work off commissions in retail, maybe dressing, I don't know.
No, because like, okay.
I can't speak on retail. I've never worked a retail job, and respect to retail workers because that job's not easy. Shout out to Bish Noodle.
Yeah, shout out to Elu. I can't get into like specifics about it, but the people at my work who are salespeople, they dress nice, but they don't dress too nice because obviously most of the customers that we have are like industrial, accounts. So none of those people are going to be like in suits. They're just going to be dressed a bit nicer. It's a,
but you have to dress it guaranteed anyone who bends over at any point is going to expose a butt crack. That's guaranteed.
Oh, I don't think so. No? We're not in the plumbing business. Maybe the plumbers that come in, but we're not actually like in the plumbing business. But yeah, we do work with plumbers, but we're not exclusive for plumbers.
That's almost required if you're a plumber.
It's true. You have to show ass.
If you're not wearing underwear and you're a plumber, you're doing it right. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Like if you're wearing underwear and you're a plumber, what are you doing with your life? Just take that off. Everyone wants to see everyone wants to see what you got going on down there.
Part of what you're getting paid for as a plumber is ass crack. Like you're a slut.
Is exposing yourself to the customer unwarranted.
Plumbers are whores. We can confirm that.
Exactly.
Right here, right now.
So I'm gonna do a little pivot. Here we go. Ready? We're gonna pivot. We're gonna pivot. So I want to talk about Christmas a little bit more. Christmas morning. Christmas morning for you was different than for me. We talked about this before. We had very different Christmases. Was there any Christmas morning that you ever like that really stuck out to you? Like this is like the best Christmas morning
as a kid?
Yeah, or as an adult.
Here's the thing. As an adult, Christmas is like, I don't want to say it loses its magic, but certain things are less memorable, right? Like
certainly.
I think the most memorable like Christmas that I can actually recall is me and my sister, we grew up pretty like not money having.
That's one way to
that's one way to put it.
That sentence.
It was our last year at these apartments where we used to live, and the apartments were in the ghetto. Like it was horrible, roaches, all that. But it was the last year we were there. Obviously, we didn't know that yet. But that Christmas, for some reason, my brother had just been born that year, and our uncles and our parents, they went crazy with gifts for me and my sister and my little brother. And we had, I would say at least 7 to 8 gifts of boxes, just huge gifts wrapped. Like, I remember that so clearly because of how they were all just piled up. And we were like, what the fuck? Like, we had never seen anything like that. And it was just, I don't know. I remember it, not because of the gifts, right? Like, it's not like I remember the presents we got.
It was the being caught off guard.
Yeah, like, I remember just being like, what the hell? Like, because we didn't have anything. Like, me and my sister, the toy that we had, and there's a picture of it. Like, I don't think I could find it now, but there's a picture of me and her playing with it, and it's just like a puzzle. And I don't know if you know what Precious Moments is. But it's like
not familiar.
Precious Moments is like this cutesy, like big-eyed doll line. But basically, we had a puzzle that was like a kid's puzzle with like 12 or 10 pieces, and it was like missing a piece, and that was the toy we had. Me and her. Yeah, and it's like your kid. We didn't know what we were missing. I mean, we knew there was toys, but if you don't know any better, you don't know any better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But holy crap, that is like the most memorable Christmas memory I have. Because, I don't know, my parents and my uncles just kind of snapped on that one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's happy. It's a happy memory.
I've got some. I feel shitty talking about it after that. But, my
don't
mom...
though, because it's a separate, like, me and you have separate experiences, and I don't think that's bad. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
well, I knew we were gonna talk about this today, so I really thought about it for a while. And there's a few Christmases that really, really stick out in my mind. And I think the very first one would have been I'd have to figure out exactly what year it was, but I had to have been in kindergarten because my dad was still at home. So we got Game Boy Advances.
Nice.
And I didn't even know what a Game Boy was. I didn't like it. Was honestly, I could have not gotten it and I wouldn't have changed anything.
Right.
But we got Game Boy Advances, and I didn't know what a handheld game was. I didn't know what a video game, like, it blew my tiny little brain when it turned on. It went, can you put the sound effect in?
I will. Absolutely. 100%.
Oh God. Wait. Nope. This bit's gonna take too long. I put all the games away. Anyway, I have it here. I've got a DS here that plays Game Boy Advance games so that I can play all my Game Boy Advance games. But
can't confirm. I have seen him play it.
He has seen me play it. My brother and I got Game Boy Advances. We got Rayman, and I remember very clearly Zapper, a cricket with an attitude. We got Zapper.
Ooh,
I don't think anybody remembers Zapper.
No.
Oh, it's so fun. Super fun. And probably we've got Super Mario. I think that's it. I think we got those 3 games. Probably another one. It was a big deal. It was a super big deal. And my brother was so hyped. But I didn't know what, for me, this was honestly, this was my first experience with video games ever.
Yeah.
I didn't know, other than playing PC games on the computer growing up, Math Blaster and stuff, Freddy Fish, Pajama Sam. What's the other one? The one with the little purple car.
I know what you're talking about.
Everyone in chat screaming their fucking heads off. Is his name? It's okay. Everybody in the comments will tell me what it is. But yeah, I used to play all those games a lot. But yeah, I didn't know that there was a handheld game, and that Christmas blew my mind. I think maybe we also got Earthworm Jim. The amazing thing was how many games we got. As an adult, I realized that Christmas was really special. That we got a lot of games. Like usually you get a console and maybe get 1 or 2 games. We got a lot of games. Not just the thing, but all the games.
Yeah.
And that was really, really special.
But
then I
think your experience is the same as mine, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem like it's about the gift as much as just of what it is that happened that day.
Yeah, there was the expectation. There was no expectation for it, and it was being caught off guard. The same thing happened another year. There's another story. So there's another year I remember very clearly. My brother and I stayed up as late as we could to try to see if Santa would show up.
Yeah.
And it was almost, the sun was almost coming up and Santa never came. So we went to bed, and when we woke up, there were gifts. My mom. But as we got older, it would change, and we would wake up at 8 in the morning, come out, and there'd be no gifts under the tree. And I'd be like, "Mom, there's no gifts." And she's like, "Hold on, get back in your room. Santa needs to work real quick."
Nice.
I was like, "Good job, Mom." And one year we finally figured out that Mom was Santa because the handwriting that said "From Santa" was her handwriting, and I was like, "This is your handwriting, Mom. Are you Santa?"
Ooh.
Wait, it wasn't we weren't upset about it. We were just I thought we all really enjoyed that she was Santa.
Nice.
Because it wasn't it wasn't about the realization that all this time it had been her. It had been her putting all this together, her orchestrating all this stuff, her wrapping all the gifts, her putting them under the tree. That was special, that moment as a child, realizing that was kind of fun. But there was
they care about you.
Yeah, there was one Christmas where there weren't a lot of Christmases where I specifically remember asking for things in particular.
Yeah.
I never really asked for anything. As a kid, there were things I wanted, but it wasn't for Christmas I made a list to Santa. You know what I mean?
Right.
I knew my mom was gonna make it special no matter what, because she was so good at being a mom. She was just gonna do. She was gonna do it. And I didn't need to worry about asking for things, because whatever she would get me, I was gonna be happy with.
Right.
Or whatever, even the smallest amount, even if it was just some candy or something, I was happy with that. But she would go out of her way to very she knew us. It's so cool thinking about it now, how well thought out the gifts that she gave us were some years. All the she gave me fishing games on the Wii. Which I then proceeded to spend the next 8 months playing. I was very, very happy with my.
That's a parent's ability, just to be able to read their child and understand them.
The best gift that she ever gave my brother and I Now, my sister's also in here, but I never really paid attention to what she got.
Yeah.
Because I didn't care. My brother and I usually got very similar gifts.
Girly gift.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck about that. Okay, but my brother and I used to get very similar gifts, and she got us. I don't even know where or how or what. I don't know. I don't know how she did this or where she got these, but she got us medieval figurines.
Oh yeah, I think you mentioned that to me once.
Hand painted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did.
Like they're like amazing, and they're like knights and like on horses and stuff, and like they're really cool. And so my brother and I were like lining them up and like posing them in like. Yeah, that was the coolest gift. I didn't ask for anything. I didn't ask for hand-painted medieval knights, and I got hand-painted medieval knights. So, like, yeah, she just in, later in life, I found out that, she just went out, like, it's not particularly that we had the means to do it.
Yeah.
But that she just needed to make sure that it was special.
Yeah, I was happy
at any cost. So
the funny thing about like us is, after we moved into an actual house, our parents also stopped kind of like caring so much about like where the presents are coming from. So what my mom would do is she would just take us to Walmart and then put the gifts on layaway with us right there.
Oh no!
We'd be like, Mom, is that for us? Because she'd be doing it in like April. She's like, no, this is for your cousin or for our goddaughter, godson. And then come
right
Christmas,
in front of you?
Yeah, right in front of us. Then come Christmas time, we unwrap. It's like, wait, this is the thing from Walmart. We'd be so happy. Like, you're a kid. You don't really care. Wait. Speaking of, see, that's another thing I remember. For one Christmas, this was once I was older. I don't remember what year Pokemon XD came out, but it was the year that the Wii came out. I'm pretty sure you were excited about that too. The original
XD?
Wii. But no,
the original Wii. Mm-hmm. We'll have to talk about me and the story of how I begged for a Wii for months, literally months. I begged. We could talk about that now, but we should probably save it for another stream. But long story short, I begged 4 months.
Yeah.
Months. My classmates were getting them. I had gone to a friend's house and tried one out. I begged. I mean, we'll talk about it on another podcast, another day. That was a birthday present for me.
For us, it was a Christmas gift, but I didn't want anything to do with the Wii because I looked at that thing and I was like, that looks horrible. Like, why would you want that?
It looks like work.
Yeah, my brothers and sister, my two brothers and my single sister, they were like, okay, that's gonna be our gift. And so my parents were like, fine, what do you want? Like, they asked me personally because I didn't want anything to do with that. And I told them I wanted Pokemon XD for the GameCube, and I had just gotten my GameCube, so I was really excited about that. And oh my god, that was like the best decision, and I still think about it because it makes me so happy that I love that game to death, and I played it like every day. And my brothers were like, can we have a turn? And I'm like, no, go play with your Wii.
Can we take a moment to appreciate how awesome the GameCube was as a console?
Yeah, literally, like actually,
the GameCube is better than the Wii.
Underappreciated.
The fact that the Wii has a GameCube built into it makes the Wii actually kind of good in its own respect.
Mm-hmm.
And Nintendo should forward every GameCube game to the Switch tomorrow.
That would be
every
really
single
cool.
one. I would pay $100. At the most, I would pay $120 for a Switch game that gives me every GameCube game I've ever played. Like every game, all the Pikmins, all the Zeldas, all the Star Wars, all the
Double Dash. I want to see Double Dash.
Oh, dude, all of them, all the Mario games, all of them.
We need to do a video game episode.
Just talking about video games, like games we played as kids.
Oh, absolutely.
Oof. Then I can go more into Rapala fishing and how much nobody cares about that. Oh man, that's fun. But yeah, no. Yeah, Christmas was fun. My brother would always get a lot of games. He was really into games. Like it's weird. Of all the things, I wound up going and becoming like doing the live streaming thing, and now we're doing Let's Play stuff and making gaming videos. And I wasn't the one who always asked for games. I just kind of got games. Like my mom would just get games for us. You know what I mean? Like, and I guess maybe she just got me games when she got him games because she didn't want me to feel left out.
Yeah.
I don't really ever recall asking for any games specifically. I did ask for Nintendogs. I asked for Nintendogs so badly because there's another one of those where everyone else had Nintendogs and I didn't have Nintendogs. And when everybody's playing the DS and they're all playing Nintendogs and showing you their cute puppies and you don't have Nintendogs,
you get a bit jealous.
Like literally they showed me their remote control helicopter in Nintendogs and I fucking lost my shit. I fucking cracked that day. I was never the same after that day. Honestly, it broke me as a person. I didn't know that, let alone cute puppies, but also RC fucking vehicles. Are you serious? What? There's a UFO?
I don't know what it was about that game. I had a aversion to like games with animals. Like Pokemon was
you didn't like them, or you did like them?
I did not. I did not like Nintendogs or like
the Sims Pets.
Shit. Yeah.
Sims Pets was weird.
Weird.
Mostly because polygons and animals don't get along. So it didn't look very good.
Yeah. But that's
I don't know. We should definitely do a video game episode.
We'll have to.
We will have
both
to.
Very interested into that.
100%.
Christmas and video games are pretty well tied in, so
100%.
Kinda.
Yeah, because you get the thing is that Christmas happens, but you're still on, as a kid, you're still on Christmas break for like another week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And now you've got a week to play all these new games you just got. So it was either me playing the games, or so I'd play them with my sister a lot. The two of us usually play games. My brother would do his own thing. But when I was a lot younger, my brother would get GameCube games, and then I would watch him. Like every Saturday, I would wake him up. I would wake him up to get him to come into the living room and play games so I could watch.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I just really enjoyed watching him play games. So Christmas was really special because he would get all these new games and I would watch him. I watched him play through Wind Waker. I watched him play through Ocarina of Time. I watched him play through a Majora's Mask. I watched him play through the one where Link becomes a fucking wolf for no reason.
See, we didn't really have a lot of game options, but we kind of did the same thing with cartoons, where we would wake up in the morning, and then get ready for all the Christmas specials that were gonna be on TV for like Fairly Odd Parents, or like
if you woke up early enough, you could get Disney for free, but only until like 11 a.m. and then it would switch over to other broadcasting.
God, Disney was such.
You got Disney. You got some we get like a little bit of Zach and Cody or something. We would get like some. Remember that show with Lizzie McGuire?
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it's called Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, it's just. The actress was not named Lizzie McGuire. That is the character she played.
It was Hilary Duff. Okay. Yeah,
it was Hilary Duff. Bless her soul. May she rest in peace.
Yeah, she's actually gone.
Yep, she's dead. So, but yeah, like we would get some of those. Oh, That's So Raven.
Oh yeah,
Corey's in the house.
Never watched that.
Which we just talked about the other day. That Corey in the house. His name was actually his first name was Corey, last name House. Mm-hmm. We actually were talking about that. Mm-hmm.
Or in
and middle name was in the.
Yeah.
It's it was a cultural middle name. So yeah, but no. If we woke up early enough, we would get all those shows.
Can you remember any specific Christmas, like your absolute favorite Christmas media to consume in terms of television, not movies?
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, in terms of television?
Yeah, like shows exclusively.
Oh man, SpongeBob had a pretty good Christmas special.
Yes, I agree 100%.
He does the thing with the jellyfish on the tree. I thought that was a pretty good Christmas special.
They put it in the jars and just shake them up.
And shake them up, which is animal abuse. Yes. Oh, you and I were going to the same place.
We love it. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, I can't think of any really. You know what we should do? We should leave this as a call to action for the audience.
Oh, yeah. Guys.
Because can you guys tell us about your favorite cartoon that had a Christmas episode?
Yeah.
Please. I'd really like, I'm begging you. I am begging you to leave a comment. So tell us, like, what was your favorite cartoon? Because honestly, I think a lot of you are going to have different answers. And I think you're going to remind us, like, Germ and I are going to have a nostalgia trip when some of you...
Absolutely. I love old media, so you guys have no idea. I think we're going to end the episode pretty soon, so that's actually a pretty good place to end it.
Mm-hmm.
With you guys telling us your favorite stuff.
100%. And if you enjoyed this podcast, be sure to leave a like, and subscribe because we're so close. We're so close to 50.
Trying to get
and
to 50.
we're chugging towards 100. We've got so much planned for the next year. There's gonna be I think there's probably gonna be a little break in the Let's Plays. Once we finish, there's another one coming out on Thursday, which is like the last one from the Christmas Adventure, which is honestly the Christmas Adventure playthrough is one of my favorites. And I've gotten some feedback from people where they're like really enjoying it. So, it's a good time. And the episode that you edited and put out,
last week,
this past Thursday.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah. We had a lot of good stuff in that one. It was just cause we were playing the game actually.
No, Germ and I have like a lot of games we really want to play. Like we're not just playing these because we're trying to get content. We have we genuinely have games where I look at the game and I tell Germ, I'm like, I don't know how to stream this.
Yeah.
I don't know how we stream this single player game, but now that we have this Let's Play, it's like a wonderful outlet for this type of stuff where Germ and I could just kind of like enjoy these games. So we have some stuff lined up, but there might be a small gap and maybe a shift in schedule, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
All right, guys. I think that's it. That's the podcast. End it, Germ.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.